guys, what's going on? It's MassiveJoes RAW review and I'm coming to you from MassiveJoes.com. Awesome RAW review for the viewers at home today. It's on a new supplement from a company whose products we speak so highly of. It's RSP Agmagen. Agma Gen. It's an Agmatine Sulfate supplement. RSP, the makers of Regen, intra-workout BCAA, and Fast Fuel, the pre-workout. Two products that we absolutely love at MassiveJoes. We give it a lot of love as well. Let's get straight into it. Show you exactly what's in it. It's a real simple product. One ingredient, Agma Max, which is what they're calling it. It's just Agmatine Sulfate. That's it. 0.5 gram per scoop, 1 gram per 2 scoops. And for the flavored versions, a little bit of artificial color, artificial flavor, and sweetness. For the unflavored version, that's it. It's a 100% pure Agmatine Sulfate. For those of you who are unfamiliar with what Agmatine Sulfate is, it's all the buzz in the supplement industry at the moment, man. It's a new compound. Scientifically, it's what they call a decarboxylation of arginine. So it's arginine with the carboxyl group removed. And effectively what it is they reckon, me personally, if you watch RAW reviews and you watch MassiveJoes, you know me, I'm not a fan of arginine, L-arginine, arginine alpha ketoglutarate. I always have said, and I've always thought that it does sweet all. And now, years later, the science is coming and backing me up and going, you know what? We thought arginine stayed as arginine when it was in the body, but actually when you consume it, it breaks down in the digestive tract, and by the time it gets to the bloodstream, does sweet. So MassiveJoe, all these years, you have been right. And I hate to say I told you so, but I've always said arginine does nothing. Anyway, this Agmatine, this decarboxylated version of arginine is much more bioavailable and doesn't break down in your intestinal tract. So when it gets to the bloodstream, can do all of the delicious things that arginine for so many years we have led to believe was doing, but actually wasn't. Those things include, well, technically what it does is it attacks the enzyme and blocks the enzyme that's responsible for nitric oxide synthase. I'm getting all scientific on your ass in this RAW review, man. I should have come on with a white lab coat on. Got and dropping all these big words. Making myself sound smart. All these big words, man. Anyway, blocks nitric oxide synthase, which means nitric oxide synthase is a breakdown of nitric oxide. So Agmatine blocks the enzyme that breaks down nitric oxide. If you're blocking the enzyme that breaks down nitric oxide, you're going to have more nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is responsible for reducing the friction of blood flow. If you have more nitric oxide, you have less blood flow friction. If you have less blood flow friction, you have better blood flow, more muscle pumps, better vascularity if you're lean enough to get vascularity, better nutrient delivery. And they're saying, I'm not so sure I believe it because I haven't seen any proof, or I've seen some studies, but I haven't seen any proof that's convinced me. They reckon Agmatine also has a positive effect on hormone, in particular testosterone production. Like I said, I'm not sure about that one, but there is no doubt that it increases the amount of nitric oxide, reduced friction of blood flow, better muscle pumps, better vascularity for sure, and better nutrient delivery. Turns out how it tastes, how it mixes. Comes in 3 flavors. Well, really 2, because one of them is unflavored. Comes in a fruit punch. Comes in the pomegranate. Got myself a tub of pomegranate here, man. I'm gonna bust this bitch open for the viewers at home, man. It's gonna rip the top straight off it. It's gonna get my fingernails that don't exist right in there. I'm gonna pop the top off it, like that. And rip it open for the viewers at home, man. So this is the pomegranate flavor. Got ourselves a glass with a spoon. We're gonna throw ourselves 1 scoop of this here pomegranate Agmatine Sulfate, man. Just like that. I'm gonna throw that in there. Just 1 scoop. There we go. I'm gonna mix it for the viewers at home, man. Check that out. Give it a few stirs with a spoon, man. So that's 1 scoop. That's half a gram, 500 milligrams of Agmatine Sulfate. And while I'm stirring this, the studies that have been done on Agmatine Sulfate have shown that the best dose is anywhere between 750 milligrams right up to 1.5 grams. If you start going over 1.5 grams, some people get stomach issues, upset stomach. If you go under 750, not that great effect. So that's it. That's completely mixed, man. You ain't got nothing down the bottom. You ain't got no floaties on the top. Ah, it's good, man. It's hella good. Those of you who have used Agmatine Sulfate in its free form by itself would know that it tastes like shit. Possibly one of the worst tasting free form supplements we've seen thus far. That's why I would, unless you're mixing it with a pre-workout or an intra-workout, I would recommend staying away from this here unflavored, man. If you're mixing it with a pre-workout that's already got a real good flavor system, probably alright. If you're gonna be taking it by yourself or your pre-workout already tastes like shit and you wanna get it to taste a little bit better, probably go this pomegranate or this here fruit punch, man. Because the flavor systems they've used in this are delicious. I just drank myself a whole glass of that there AgmaGen, man. They've done a really good job of masking it. The only thing is, there's a lot of artificial colors and flavors in masking that there Agmatine, man. In fact, you can do the math, man. 1 scoop of this is 1.6 grams. There's only half a gram of Agmatine Sulfate. So 1.1 grams of that scoop is artificial color, artificial flavor, man. But hey, that's what it takes to flavor Agmatine. Like I said, in its free form, it is downright disgusting, man. In terms of the effects, I've already told you what Agmatine does, man. It works. There's no doubt that it works. You get better muscle pumps for sure. Stupid muscle pumps. If you're lean enough to get vascularity, you're gonna get vascular as taking this here Agmatine Sulfate, and you're gonna get better nutrient delivery. There's no question about it, Agmatine Sulfate works. As far as the testosterone production, I don't think so. Just my personal opinion until I see them studies, man. In terms of the dosing, however, I've gotta recommend you gotta take 2 scoops. Because 2 scoops is gonna get you 1 gram of Agmatine Sulfate, which for me, man, 1 to 1.5 grams for me is perfect. 1 scoop just ain't gonna cut it. 500 milligrams just ain't gonna cut it. Maybe for the young pushy cats out there who weigh like 45, 50 kilos, perhaps they can get away with 1 scoop. But for a big soldier like myself, man, I gotta have at least 2 scoops of this bitch. The good thing for the viewers at home is because we work direct with RSP, man, the cost of this, the consumer price, the recommended retail price of this bitch is spectacular. You won't find, there's a 50 serve tub, you won't find a 50 serve tub for the price that we are gonna drop it at MassiveJoes, man. You just won't find it. I'ma get down here and I'ma guarantee it, best price Agmatine Sulfate proprietary supplement we have seen thus far, guys. Hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, man. Stay up to date with all the latest editions of MassiveJoes RAW Review. And guys, that is MassiveJoes RAW Review on the all-new AgmaGen from RSP Agmatine Sulfate. And I'm coming to ya from MassiveJoes.com.